My question is for Senator Gold. Graduate trainee and postdoc programs are apprenticeship positions in higher education that build the innovators and scientists of our future R&D and economic systems. Merit-based government-funded grants and scholarships level the playing field to allow access to those programs for everyone and not the privileged few. Senator Gold, does the government realize the importance of these programs for the Canadian research ecosystem and the thriving of the future economy?
Senator Gold.
Indeed, the government does. The government has been steadfast in its support of Canadian researchers and scientists since 2015. And in particular, the government recognizes the central role that graduate students, doctoral students, and postdoctoral students play within our research ecosystem. Colleagues, previous budgets have provided $40.9 million to support targeted scholarships and fellowships for promising black student researchers, $38.3 million for the federal grantee councils to add new Canada Excellence research chairs in the fields of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. The recent $1.48 CFREF announcement demonstrates the government's ongoing commitment to continue to support the scientific and research community. Indeed, colleagues have been advised that since this government was elected, more than $17 billion has been directly dedicated to science funding.
Senator Kutcher.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. With all due respect, Senator Gold, Canada research chairs are not funding for postdocs and master's students and PhD students. Given the importance of keeping these positions in Canada and the fact that these positions are well below the current poverty line, so we have our best and brightest people struggling below the poverty line, will the government reconsider what it overlooked in the 2023 budget and increase fundings to these valuable contributors to the Canadian economy in the fall economic update?
Senator Gold.
No, thank you for your question. I wasn't suggesting for a moment that the Canada research chairs were for postdocs. I personally and my family and friends funded support for a postdoc at the University of Montreal in recognition of the needs. And the government is very sensitive to the needs of all members of the research family in Canada, and is committed to ensuring that Canada remains competitive in that regard. The budget was crafted in circumstances where hard decisions had to be made about how much could be spent and on where. And I'm not in a position to respond to whether the government is reconsidering aspects of the budget. The Implementation Act, for example, which is currently in debate in the other place. But thank you for raising these concerns. They're important concerns, Senator Kutcher, and I will raise the matter with the relevant minister at the earliest opportunity.